Now we have to add some line of code that will convert our sensor reading to voltage. So first we'll put a comment that this next line of code will convert the AC reading to voltage. All right. What the ADC is the analog to digital converter that's built inside the Arduino board. So those, even though we're plugged into an analog pin on our board, there's a converter in the circuitry of the Arduino board that will convert the reading to a digital signal. And the reason why we want it to be converted to digital, because the digital pins that the LEDs are plugged into can they read somewhere between 0 and 5 volts. And so this next line of code here, float voltage equal to sensor val. So whatever this sensor value is, we'll divide that by 1024.0, and we will multiply that. So we have to use the asterisk, which is shift 8. So that's times 5 semicolon. Okay, so the float means that we're going to have some number that's probably, it has a fractional part. So we can't use integer. So we use the float, and the voltage that will come, that will result, will be whatever the sensor value is, and we'll take that value and divide it by 1024. The reason being is that the analog pin that our temperature sensors plugged into will report out a value somewhere between 0 and 1023. So that's a total of 1024 different values that can come out of the analog pin. Whatever value comes out of the analog pin, then we divide it by 1024, multiply it by 5. The result will be some floating number that's in between, that represents some value in between 0 and 5 volts. That will be the voltage that's sent back to the one of those 3 digital pins that we have in our circuit. I think the digital pins that we're using is either 2, 3, or 4. So this is how we convert the sensor reading to some voltage number in between 0 and 5 volts.